Well, here I am again out here on Jersey Marine Beach. It's another beautiful day and the wind is a bit breezy today and a bit cold as well, and it's coming in from the east. Now then, it's really blasting on my microphone at the moment, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear me with this wind blowing on me, but it's a gorgeous day again. I've got a couple of people over there and a couple of people right out there, a couple of people over there with their dogs, and a couple just going off the beach. And this cloud is a bit cloudy, but the sun, when the sun shines on you, it's warm, but it's got that easterly breeze coming in from the east, which is over there, and it's a bit cold, and it's actually, if you could see the sand blowing on the around us here, the direction the wind is blowing. The turbine down there is also turning pretty fast, so may not be a good day for testing the new radio microphone system that you can see me wearing. I'm going to try and find my way through this pond here without getting my feet wet again this time. Yes, I'm going to make it. Of course, the last time I was over here, I got over here pretty dry and went out for about a mile, and then I walked all the way up towards the Leith River estuary and couldn't get back. The tide was going out and there were streams everywhere, so I had to walk back here a few hundred meters to try and get myself across. Now, I didn't want to come all the way back down here, so what I did, I paddled through with my trainers on, and I was soaking wet. It was about 8 inches deep, but it was alright. It was nice and warm, and the time I got home it was drying out a bit. Got my trainers off, my socks off, washed it all down, washed my feet, and everything was alright. Put them out to dry. In this weather they dry pretty quick, so I'm looking at a beautiful view. There's the university over there, Kilvey Hill there, looking so lush, and I've got Mumble's Head over there, and that's looking a bit clearer today. That misty fog has lifted. We'll try and get a shot of that later. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go out towards the sea anymore because the wind is getting stronger and affects the microphone. What I'm going to walk back in towards the rocks over there and do a little piece in front of the rocks. Well, here's a guy that didn't make it. It's belongs to the shark family, and they're called taupe. He's about 2 feet long, and there's no signs of any injury with it. It's just, I think, old age. Sometimes they get caught out when they come into the shallows here, and then the tide's going out too fast for them, and they don't get the proper oxygen through the gills, and they succumb. It's a shame, really. He will grow for up to about 6 feet. Well, this is the old sewerage pipe which picked up the affluents from Elba Crescent and the Tinplate Works, and brought it out here and dumped it 100 meters out and dumped it out there tides would come in then and wash it away. It's going back about 1927. And here's all the rocks now because the sand dunes would be washed away here and it would be dumped up there. This beach is forever changing, and the reason why all these rocks are put here is to protect the high tides in the winter against the incoming tides. And here you see the drainage pipe for the 483. All the water that's collected on the 483 is brought out here and dumped out here. There's another one down there, but that's been covered over by sand. And there was a second sewage pipe down there too that would cover Baldwin's, the Temperate Works, as well as the Crescent. It's all changed now, of course. Welsh Water have built a new sewerage plant just down there by that wind turbine, which takes all the sewage now from the university. Right, here's a shot of some of these massive boulders that they brought over to protect the dunes, and they were all quarried from over there in Devon, and they were shipped over on a barge, huge barges, and as the tide came in, so the barge would come in, drop the load of these rocks out there, and then turn around and go back and get another load. Then the big massive JCB cranes then would go out and pick them up one by one and dump them here, one on top of another. This is not a efficient way of doing it, because although it stops the force of the tide coming in, it doesn't stop the water, because the water goes straight through here and could be in for trouble in a few years, as it takes away the sand. As the water goes in, it comes back out, takes the sand away, then these drop down further and further and further. So they're going to have to address this sooner or later. I mean, I came over here years ago and this was about 40 feet high. That's how high the dunes were in this area. And they're 40 feet high now down there, about a mile down there. That's where all the sand is shifted. So they're going to have to look at this sooner or later. Right, how do I get out of here? Ooh. Right. Well, I've come off the beach now and it's a bit warmer here. The trees, a barrier against this breeze that's blowing in from the east. But isn't it beautiful here? If you walked up there for about a mile, you'll come to the River Neath estuary, and then in west is Swansea, about 2.5 miles. But it's like this all the way up. The beach is over there, and there are paths here. The wildlife, the flora, the birds, you can hear them tweeting away here in these trees. They're all making their nests now. Nesting season begins. Foxes, rabbits, they're all over here. And it's a lovely place to be. I love it over here. I can hear the skylarks up there now, tweeting away in the sky. You can't see them, of course, they're too small for that camera. But It's a beautiful walk. I mean, you can go up on the beach and then come back this way, and it's really pleasant, really is. This is the place to be, to get away from the maddening crowd. Can you imagine those people in London on the underground? They're stuffed in there like sardines. Isn't it any wonder that this coronavirus is spreading? You've got to keep people away from each other. It's the only way it spreads. You don't know who's got it, who they've been with, who they've talked to, who they've rubbed shoulders with. And so I'm very lucky to be living on a place like this. I mean, right by there behind you, there was 3.5 students a month and a half ago. Now there's none. They've all gone home. And that's the way it should be. You've got to separate, part these people. It's the only way it's going to spread, from people to people. Coughing, sneezing, you name it. It's got to get into another person's body. Anyway, I'm not lecturing you. I didn't come over here to lecture you about the coronavirus. I come over here to show you the beauty of the open space. And this will get better. As the trees now are filling up with leaves, all this was dark branches around the December, January. And the grass is getting better. The gorse bushes have come and display their beautiful flowers, all yellow. Yes, you can't beat it. It's beautiful. Well, you can't come over here, otherwise we'll be in the same boat. But I see loads of videos on YouTube and Facebook about people, how they're managing on their patch. This is my patch, so this is what I do every day, when the sun shines, that is. Oh yeah, it's got to be. But, you know, I mean, put the coats on if it's a bit cooler, and as long as it doesn't rain. And it's, this is the place to be every day for my daily exercise walk. Right, that's it. Let's get back home for my cup of tea and a custard cream.